Merry Christmas.
So one surprise, we have Jake. Jake, good to see you.
What's up?
Another surprise, Jake brought up. Here, pop that open, dude. Pop that open. Let's see what's inside there, huh?
Well,
what do we got? What do we got, huh?
what are you selling, huh? All right, Reese, don't show the address.
Okay.
Oh, we taped it. I forgot.
Oh.
We packed it, but inside here, you'll have to tune into stream to see what's inside the box.
You know what I'm saying? He brought it all the way up from the bay. Good man. Well, Jake's in town.
Brand new Japanese EV heroes in the office. While Pokemon GO is in shambles at the moment, come by the streams, bust some packs. It's a lot of fun. Let's talk about Pokemon GO. Okay, last video was literally titled Pokemon GO is broken, and this video is not going to be titled much better. With that being said, I know there's a lot of problems happening in the Pokemon GO community, in the PvP community, and the freaking everything. And I know there's a lot of like, you know, aggressive opinions. There's a lot of people that are angry, very upset. This is my living, you know what I'm saying? Like, I understand what you guys feel, I promise. But I want to start by saying excessive toxicity has never helped anything nor no one. You know what I'm saying? Attacking Niantic employees or developers or, you know, or just being a rude person, right? Doesn't help the situation. I understand being upset about things, you gotta control that. So although yes, Niantic is making, in my opinion, some not great decisions, and the game is not in a great place right now, but it does not give anyone the excuse to treat, you know, anyone less human than they are. You know, Niantic employee, developer, and this goes with any game dev. You know what I'm saying? Be a good person. Help fix the game and be a good person. You hear me, Sonny? And that's your lecture for the day. All right, let's get into the meat of it. Okay, so for one, I mean, yesterday's video, if you didn't see it or didn't see the explanation of what's broken in Pokemon GO, three major things. I mean, there's a lot of glitches in the game. The game feels slower, it feels clunkier, people are glitching out, they're having to restart their games. Like that, just the game in itself is just rough right now. But there's three major things. One, the worst one in my opinion, there's a new encounter scene situation. When you click on a Pokemon, you see the Pokemon slower. The encounter between the click and the Pokemon being able to, you know, throw a ball at it, that time has been extended. There's like a white screen. It's like a gradient, a slow gradient white screen that happens in between click and Pokemon. That's terrible. When you complete a raid, you can no longer quickly skip through the rewards at the end of the raid. That's terrible. In the Go Battle League, there are endless issues, and there always have been, but the one big one right now that I've heard at least is that you can't use a charge attack, or when you do use a charge attack, you can only use like up to 80% of its effectiveness, even if you hit all the bubbles. That's terrible. So the game's in a rough spot, and you would think that Niantic would want to address that before addressing anything else serious, and that is not what happened yesterday. Pokemon GO tweeted, expiration bonus updates coming to Pokemon GO. This was a rough tweet. And it's an especially rough tweet because of all these problems that are happening in Pokemon GO that I just listed, not being announced, not being fixed, and then instead of, you know, focusing on that or fixing that, they released this announcement, which basically just, the beehive was stirred, they just hit it with a baseball bat. We're gonna go through the article and just kind of give a general gist of it, just because there is a lot in this article, but here's the overall. This article announces new exploration bonuses that make it more rewarding to play outside. Those are coming to Pokemon GO over the next several months, including bonuses for spinning stops, playing in in-person raids, and getting in those steps. I also do want to preface this by saying, listen, I know we are still in a pandemic, but we all knew, and I said this last time Niantic announced that, you know, pandemic bonuses were leaving, we all knew that at some point the pandemic bonuses would have to transition back to normal Pokemon GO gameplay before the pandemic. That being said, man, things are not over, A, and we will raise some good points in this video, B. We'll talk about it later. Let me just go through this. There are bonuses introduced last year that they are planning to remove or change, tested first in the US and New Zealand, followed by other countries and regions based on location. Come on, man! Come on! Quick note there, I understand that, you know, I don't want these changes to happen, the community doesn't want these, but can we just one, we're gonna point out the points of appreciation where we can get them. The fact that Niantic is choosing to open up Pokemon GO in countries that are doing well with COVID and beginning to open up, I like how they're doing that, okay? I don't like the changes, but I just like how they're not just dropping it and being like, all right, the entire world, regardless of your country's situation, here's the update, you know what I'm saying? Have fun, go outside and play. Like, they're not doing that. They're at least intelligently reopening Pokemon Go alongside countries that are beginning to reopen as well. So I think that was done right. Again, we're going to take the good things where we can get them. We're also going to talk about bonuses introduced last year that are staying, including first catch of the day bonuses, Go Battle League and trainer battle requirements, and more. Here's the good news, okay? Let's start with some freaking good news. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what? You sitting there, probably mad at Pokemon Go, just take a second. Think of a good memory in Pokemon Go. Just smile at something a little bit, man. I'm thinking about Japan when Mewtwo first came out with the homies. Great times, okay? It's not a bad game, but you got some problems. All right, so here are the new exploration bonuses for playing in the real world, and they're actually really good. Starting at the end of July, the following exploration bonuses will roll out to trainers for testing first in the US and New Zealand. Again, I enjoy that. Not because I get it first, but because, you know, the whole reopening thing. And because I get it first. All right, so new bonuses. Trainers will receive up to 2 free raid passes per day from spinning gym photo discs. That's awesome. So previously you get 1 free raid pass, which it's not a remote raid pass, it's just a normal raid pass, but 1 free raid pass, you can do 1 free raid a day at a physical location gym. You now can get 2. Trainers, okay, this one annoys me. They just shouldn't have put this in here. But trainers benefit from increased incense effectiveness while moving, which means it does not happen while being stationary. We'll talk about that. But that one we understood what's happening, but we'll talk about it. We will all be guaranteed gifts when spinning Pokestops, so long as they have not reached their maximum gift inventory. So as long as you have less than 20 gifts, every single time you spin a stop, you will always get a gift. Love that. And here's something crazy. This might be the best part of it, okay? You receive a 10 times bonus XP from spinning a Pokestop for the first time. If you see a random Pokestop you've never spun before in your city, or if you're like in a new place for some reason, 10x XP bonus for spinning that. That's actually huge. If I'm not mistaken, okay, somebody do the math for that and let me know in the comments. I don't, is that 10,000 XP? That's either 5,000 or 10,000 XP for 1 Pokestop spin with a lucky egg, right? Math is in the comments. After this video, let me know your comments and your thoughts down below. Again, try to keep it. I understand a lot of us are upset about this. A lot of us are heated. Again, this is my literal career, okay? So like, I get you, but like, try to be, if not positive, then at least constructive. So all those bonuses that I just said, okay, start at the end of July in the US and New Zealand. And these bonuses will end when the season of Discovery wraps up September 1st, 2021. Some of these bonuses may stay rolling into the following season, and new bonuses will be available as well. Remember, with the new seasons update, there's new bonuses every single season, so bonuses are gonna rotate. And the gameplay that we've been experiencing the past like year and a half has technically been one big bonus gameplay experience. Here are bonuses that were introduced last year that Pokemon Go is planning on removing or changing. Important to note that these changes will not go into effect until after Pokemon Go Fest in July, and they will be first removed and tested in the US and New Zealand starting at the end of July. This one hurts, this one hurts, this one hurts because I sit in my office here for hours a day and I live stream, and catching Pokemon on Incense is a big thing. This one hurts. Over the past year, Incense Effectiveness was increased to attract Pokemon to you more frequently, even if you weren't able to leave home. After the change, this effectiveness will be set at the standard level when you're stationary, and increased effectiveness will kick in when you're moving. I understand this feature. I get it. I understand this change. It conceptually makes sense. I don't want it, man. And I know, again, at some point we had to move back to normal gameplay, but I just feel like that's an unnecessary downgrade. You know what I'm saying? Who's that hurting by having a little extra Pokemon spawning on you? And when you're walking around, you're gonna find more Pokemon anyways, because you're walking around. When you're sitting still, right, you're gonna find less. But if you have an Incense, you could play from home, and then when you walk around, right, you still have an Incense that still works great, and you're finding more Pokemon. I don't think we need to do that, man. But again, you know what I'm saying? This is how Pokemon Go's been for the majority of the game. That's right, this is how Incense has worked for the majority of the game. So going back to that, I do understand. But, man. And one thing I will say is that we've had a year and a half of this gameplay, and a lot of players came back during the last 18 months, or played for the first time. So this Pokemon Go that we know today with these bonuses might be the only Pokemon Go many people know, especially new players. So reverting these changes, you know, you're not reverting changes, you're just downgrading the game for a lot of new players that came in through the Pokemon boom of 2020. So, you know, with that in consideration, I just think that the Incense change probably should have just kept it. Previously, your buddy Pokemon brought you more gifts each day, up to 5 gifts at once, and up to 3 times a day. This was because we knew trainers were running low on supplies like Pokeballs and berries to help them catch Pokemon. As we move to encourage trainers to play outside more, they can continue to receive supplies from spinning Pokestops. After the change, the frequency of these gifts from buddy Pokemon will be reduced. I think this is okay because, like, you know, just you can literally go on my Discord server, link in the description. You can just add people on Pokemon Go and just get gifts sent to you, and you can just get items that way. You know what I'm saying? There's a way to farm gifts. You can have up to 400 friends. That's a lot of gifts, so that's okay. Previously, Pokestop and gym interaction distances were increased to enable people to engage from further away. After this change, the distance will revert back to the standard distance when it makes sense in different places, though may be increased during future events and as a part of certain features. Okay, why take the feature away and then bring it back in future events? Like it's going to be something people are going to be excited to see again. You know what I'm saying? It's not. It's going to be something that people are going to see again and be like, this is how the game should be. And then it's going to go away after the event is over and people are going to be pissed all over again. Why? There's been a lot of really good points raised, and this part seems to be the most like the biggest choke point in this whole thing. Like, people seem to be the most upset about this part. And again, I really understand why. You know what I'm saying? There was some great points brought up, including obviously disabled players being able to reach more stops is great. Being able to reach like stops in gyms from a safer location, whether it be from across a street or whether it be not inside of a business or not in the parking lot of a business, so that, you know, people don't get annoyed that, you know, there's Pokemon Go players blocking customers. Some people, you know, have problems with GPS drift, so even if you're drifting around a little bit, you can still reach stops and things. Like I thought that the spin distance was actually staying in Pokemon Go. And definitely, I did not know that they were actually planning on taking this one away until I read this update. I definitely don't agree with that one. I think that one's a problem. Now again, I understand the concept of Pokemon Go is to go out and adventure, go walk around and play, but I don't think there's any downside to having a game where outdoor play is encouraged and it works great, and indoor play is still doable. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between making indoor play better than outdoor. I don't think we do that because this game is about going out and adventuring. I think outdoor play should always have its benefits over indoor, but I think indoor should still be playable. And things like, you know, extra effective on the Incense, or the Incense that we've had for the past 12 months, you know what I'm saying? Things like that, and then also a ranged spin radius, that allows for gameplay in Pokemon Go at home to be playable and good, and then for gameplay outside of home to be even better. This line scares me. Remote raids have become an important part of the game this past year, and we're going to continue to evolve them. Our intention is to find the right balance between remote play and in-person play, so stay tuned for more details in the coming months. Many of these in-person raid changes will be to prepare for the eventual return of EX raids. Okay, listen, I hate EX raids, and I always have. But not the worst system, not the worst thing. You know, players seem to have liked it when they were out. There was a way to work them. You know, there was very strategic ways to go about them. Communities were able to grind them. People, you know, did it, right? It wasn't like a bad thing. It was fine. I just didn't like it personally, just because, like, I was always traveling, so I would get an EX raid invite for a gym that I was at 2 weeks before, and I just wasn't there, so I would always miss the EX raids. That was kind of annoying. And the proposed the remote raid changes that I'm assuming, which I didn't like at first glance, but then we talked about it in my stream and it made sense. If there's an EX raid, only, you know, a certain amount of people get invited to it. So you have to disable remote raid invites on EX raids so that someone with an EX pass can't invite someone without an EX pass. You know what I'm saying? And then if you want to participate in EX raids, that is a strictly solely in-person activity. You have to go to the gym, you gotta be there. Totally understand that. I honestly think that makes perfect sense. Now, what I will be, remote raid passes are one of the potentially the greatest update ever brought to Pokemon Go. Actually, one of the best, definitely a top 3. It is such a sick feature. It's perfect for everyone, from content creator to casual to grind. Everyone on the spectrum loves EX raids. Loves remote raid passes. There's an eyelash in my eye. I gotta go. Hold on.
5 minutes later.
Oh, I think I got it. Oh, I hate that. I didn't get it. My eyes on fire. Listen, if they break EX-Raid, I keep saying EX-Raids. It's in my head. If they break the remote raid invite system beyond EX-Raids, dude, that will be one of the worst decisions ever. I hope that's not what's happening. I don't think that's what's gonna happen, but you never know with these guys. Okay, I put a new contact in. Much better. Now let's get back to some good news. The bonuses introduced last year that Pokemon Go is planning on keeping. Incense Duration will remain at 60 minutes. That is awesome. Like, claps for that, man. Claps in that. Good. Again, we're gonna take the good news where we can get it. That's great news because 30-minute Incense was, it made sense because, like, well, let me not say that. Let me not give them ideas. I'm kidding. 30-minute Incense, 30-minute Lucky Egg, 30-minute Star Piece, it made sense, right? But 60 minutes on the Incense? Whoa. Love that. No walking requirement for Go Battle League. GBL loves that. I don't play it, but GBL loves that. You can challenge any trainer remotely with a QR code, and the requirement to battle with friends remotely has been lowered to good friends. Fantastic. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it, because some of these updates and events and research storylines require battling someone. So if you don't have somebody around you, or if people don't play in your city, or your friends don't play anymore, it's fine, because you can just find someone online. You can use their QR code, you can battle them, or you can just use your friends from around the world who you have good friends with, which is like super low. So great. The maximum number of gifts you can carry in your item bag at a time will remain at 20. Fantastic. That used to be 10. 10 was crazy. 20, love it. Trainers can open up to 30 gifts per day, up from the previous 20. Let's go. That's more items. That's more 7-kilometer eggs, which I will never hatch again because I hate them.
I'll do it for Bonsley.
That's great. Get people on your friends list, open up your gifts. You can level up your friendship with 30 people per day. You can get a bunch of items. Great. You will continue to receive 3 times the Stardust and XP for your first Pokemon catch of the day. That is actually massive. That's literally huge. First catch of the day, 3 times XP, 3 times Stardust. Love it. Like, those are the things you love to see. You know what I'm saying? So again, although in my opinion, I think this whole update announcement was like kind of more of a thumbs down than a thumbs up, there was definitely a lot of good stuff in here and a lot of things that I am happy about and that I am excited about. Granted, Also, looking at it, there actually is significantly more good changes than there are bad changes in this whole update. But the bad changes are, they weigh heavier than the good changes, if that makes sense. That's also due to our cognitive effect of loss aversion, acquired by millions of years of evolution, where we value negatives heavier than positives in our brain. It's why mental health on the internet's impossible to maintain, because one negative comment is about as powerful as 10 positive comments, and negative news headlines will always grab our attention more than positive ones, which why clickbait over negative the world is ending type stuff sells, unfortunately, because our minds are drawn to it over evolutionary tendencies. That's why I hate the internet sometimes. There's your fun fact of the day. Keep your mental health in check. Watch out for that stuff. It'll get you. So, overall, listen, again, I understand that the game had to revert to normal at some point, but I think that we've played with these bonuses for so long that they've become an integral part of the game for most of us, and they've become an awesome, awesome feature for old players, plus a really fun in-game experience for new players. I think taking that away, even though the world is beginning to open up, is a bad idea. All of that being said, this was one of the most horrible timed tweets and announcements I have seen from them, considering the current state of Pokemon Go with all the absolutely game-impairing glitches. This is my freaking job to play this game. I am less incentivized. I don't think I've ever been more less incentivized to play this game right now. You know what I'm saying? Because like the Solstice event spawns were garbage. The spawns in Pokemon Go right now are fine. They're okay, right? We've got Shiny Regigigas in raids, which is awesome. We got Galarian Zigzagoon back in raids, which is good. But the encountering Pokemon is rough. The after raid is rough. I'm having a lot more fun with Pokemon cards than I am with Pokemon Go right now, which you'll see in my streams. So at least just addressing that and then releasing these notes, this update announcement, like that would have been leagues better than not addressing the game-breaking glitches and then dropping this like they did. You know what I'm saying? And also too that something that most people don't really understand or don't know that I think is important to know is that Niantic is the game development studio that creates Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go is also owned by Nintendo and the Pokemon Company. Nintendo, if you've known Nintendo over the past decade, especially for us streamers, Nintendo is one of the hardest to work with companies that has ever existed. They are absurd, right? Like actually absurd. Very traditional, just not up with the times. So I'm sure they're hard to work with, and the Pokemon Company is an extremely hard to work with company. They're very, very strict. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, they are the most successful IP that has ever existed, I think, ever. You know what I'm saying? So they have to be strict, and they you know what they have done and what they've been doing is obviously working and has worked for 2.5 decades. So I understand. You know what I'm saying? But it makes it difficult for Niantic to do the things that they want to do because they have two very strict companies who also have to approve of things. So if the Pokemon Company and Nintendo say something goes, I'm assuming something goes. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, I don't know if this is exactly how it works. And this is not information I'm getting from Niantic. This is my assumption after, you know, witnessing the community over the last couple years. It's a weird dynamic, okay? If Niantic wants to make a change, they can't just make a change. If Niantic wants to tweet, they can't just tweet. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we also have to cut some slack to Niantic because it's not just them making the decisions, you know. So I don't know who made the decision to not address the glitches and to just send this update out, but I'm assuming it wasn't just Niantic, you know what I'm saying? So again, going back to the whole, like, you know, don't just unleash hate on random employees and developers on, you know, Reddit and on Twitter. That's just not the way to go, because again, it's, you know, a random employee didn't make the entire decision, you know what I'm saying? Or probably didn't make any of the decision. They're just there, existing, and people are just using them as a punching bag. That ain't cool. Use me as a punching bag. Do it! In my streams you'll get banned, but in my YouTube comments you're gonna be fine. So that's that, that's the video. This was a lot of me talking. Reese, thanks for sitting through this and editing this. I'm sure this was the least exciting video to edit over the past year. But yeah, man, so that's the current status on Pokemon Go. That's this new update that they announced. I kind of wanted to get my thoughts and opinions and just kind of like perspective on it. Please let me know your thoughts and opinions in a positive and, if not positive, constructive manner in the comment section below. And I'll hopefully see you all in the next video and in the live streams, baby, because look at what we're breaking today. We're opening up all this today. Eevee Heroes. We've got Unified Minds, Battle Styles, Chilling Reign, the brand new set. A lot of cool things happening on Twitch. If you guys want to come buy some freaking packs and bust some, head on over to Twitch. See you guys in the next video. Peace out.